welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life. With me, Reverend Wolak. We're here each and every day, and we get to explore this thing called life together. And so today I want to talk about the fact that whether you believe it or not, we are all sponges. Yep, we're sponges, and we absorb energy. So whatever energy is around us, we don't even realize it, but we are absorbing it. That's why it's really critical about where we put ourselves. What type of energy do we surround ourselves with? What type of energy do we allow ourselves to be around? And realize that everything is energy. Everything is energy. There's nothing that's not energy. You and I are energy. Everything is energy, and everything is vibrating at a particular frequency. So if you're vibrating at a frequency and you come across other energy and it's vibrating at a different frequency, and you start to absorb that frequency, it will change your frequency. Now, that could be good or that could be bad, depending on the perspective in which you're looking at it. But if it's not a high vibrational frequency, why would you allow that into your life? Let me share an example. Yesterday, Jean and I went to the community pool. And we went to the pool. We just went there. We took our little swim noodles, our pool noodles, and we were just going to float for 30 minutes. Why? To get some vitamin D. Also, it feels great to be in the water. Nothing better than being in the swimming pool, floating around, because it's cool in the pool. It's not hot. And so we were doing that, and there were these two women that were in the pool, and they were in rafts, and they had big, what do you call those things? Yeti cups, big Yeti cups, like 32-ounce Yeti cups. And they were filled with alcohol. Now, we're talking about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So they were just sort of getting up. I'm guessing they were mid-40s. And there was only one other family in the pool. But these two women were talking so loud that you could hear them even if you were outside of the pool, which it was a big pool. And let me tell you, what was being discussed was where most people in the universe are. They were gossiping and they were complaining. And it was fascinating. They both were single, and they were talking about men and how men are and how their experiences with men weren't all that great. Think about how they were energy and they were giving back and forth to each other. Do you think they were anchoring things that were going to attract a man that would be the type of person they'd want to spend time with? Let me tell you, if I was a single dude, I'd run from these two women as fast as I could. Had nothing to do about how physically attractive they were or what. Had everything to do about the vibration of their energy. Because I've discovered I don't want to be around it. I don't want to be around that negative energy that's complaining and gossiping all the time. I want to be around energy that lifts me, allows me to question, what am I thinking? What am I doing? How am I acting? And so even in these times, everyone, you've got to really look around. Feel the energy. Be aware of the energy that you're putting yourself into. Yeah, it's real critical. The energy you're putting yourself into. Because whether you try to or not, you're going to absorb it. Here's what happened yesterday after we came home from the pool. What do you think I did? If you thought I went and meditated, you are absolutely correct. Why? I realized there was a possibility I absorbed some of that energy. and I wanted to clear it. I wanted to clear it. And I just embraced the fact this is where these two ladies were. Not good nor bad, that's just where they are. And I can choose not to be a part of that vibration. Does that make sense? Because I don't have a negative vibration about relationships. I think relationships are magnificent. All my relationships seem to be working for me. They seem to be, they are working for me because I'm creating them. Raven says, my job has me surrounded by negative ninnies. Well, you got to control your mind to where you put your focus when you're on your job, because we're all surrounded by dark energy. I'm going to use dark energy. When I say dark energy, I mean energy that is not aware. It's not aware that they are creating their own experience. They're just numb to that. Linda says, that was a great class on relationships yesterday. Thank you, Linda. Hey, how many of you were in that class? If you missed it, oh my God, it was wonderful. I know I left the class feeling really good. You know, we had people from all over the world yesterday in that class. Just, it's fascinating how social media, technology allows us to connect in ways that could never have happened 20, 30 years ago. Raven goes, they're numb. Yep. Pink Floyd says it the best, comfortably numb. And we're all being lulled into that because we're all being told to be sheeple and just believe the narrative that's being presented to us. The fifth agreement that Don Miguel Ruiz has in his book is question everything. Long before I ever knew who Don Miguel Ruiz was, it's what I taught my two sons as they were growing up. From the time they were little kids, I taught them question everything. Don't believe anything because you're going to be different than anyone you meet. And so what they say is going to be right for them. It's just not going to be right for you. You've got to discern what is right for you. How else do you say that? I don't know. Here's the other thing. What's true? What is true? Here's what I know. For me, I don't know anything that's true. Here's what I know. I know what I believe. And to me, my beliefs are true. But if someone were to say to me, where's your proof? Where's your solid scientific proof? Whoa. I have a hard time with that. I'm opening up a Pandora's box right now. I want you to know that. And it's a great box to open up because that means if nothing is really true and everything is just a belief, why are we so attached to what other people believe? In other words, we should just simply be focusing on what we believe. I would believe that truth is an experience we have, Shariel, but it may not be the truth for anyone else. Because when I think of the word truth, it's something that's true for everyone. It does not change no matter what. But what someone would say, well, there's God. Where's my proof? Good question. Thoughts create. Where's my proof? Well, I have an experience. It works. Henry says, let me ask, how do you give advice for someone to handle a spouse that is not the same frequency with you, like a lower frequency? Can the energy of this affect you negatively? Well, Henry, I'm just going to give you an answer you may not like. You can't fix anyone else. In fact, you can't fix a relationship. The only thing you can fix is yourself. So the advice I would give my friend who's dealing with a spouse of a different frequency is stop worrying about your spouse. start becoming love. You do everything you can to become love. You do everything you can to expand who you are, to come out of your small vision, to self-love. And when you do that, there's a possibility that your spouse will change. There's a possibility your spouse won't change. And if the frequency gets too far apart, well, guess what? The relationship will end. And you'll open up to attract a new one. Or the spouse may start on the same journey. You don't know. I don't know. And I don't know what's right. There is no right or wrong here. But the only thing you can focus on is you. That's the only power you've got. This whole idea of couples counseling, it doesn't work. If there are problems in a relationship, it's because each person is unclear of who they are. And they're trying to control the other person to try to make them feel good. But when you're trying to control someone, you're not in a meaningful relationship, because the essence of a relationship that's truly meaningful is one where each person gives each other the freedom to be their authentic selves. Too bad you weren't in the relationship workshop yesterday, Henry, along with your friend. You'd have gotten so much good stuff. Hey, with that, I'm going to tell you, because I'm going to be on again 10:30 my time. So what's that, about a little over 2 hours? I'll be back again doing a Sunday service. I got Lydia from Lebanon. Hey, Lydia. My God, I got people from all over the world listening today. I love it. Hey, if you enjoy me, or not me, if you enjoy this message, you know I'm giving. Two things I'll ask you. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, Rev Lee Wolak. Let me subscribe to me. That helps me get my message out to more people. Here's the next thing you can do. Share the message. Don't be ashamed. Just share it. Hey, this guy's got a message. Might do you some good. That's what I would ask you to do, because I believe energy must circulate. So if you want to be a part of the circulation process, do me a favor. Subscribe and share. And what I'll tell you right now is, I gave you something to think about. Be careful about where you put yourself, because you will absorb the energy of that which is around you. Guess what? You don't have to guess. I tell you this all the time. I love you and I accept you just like you are. So go create your perfect day. Until next time, aloha.